Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the King's Cup number 23. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all so much for playing trivia with us in this virtual setting for season 53 of NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. It truly means the absolute world to us that you all have continued to play with us in this virtual setting. And this season has been highly competitive, and there are a lot of you joining us here tonight, vying for that top spot, wanting to get those virtual emoji crowns next to your name, which are going to pop up next to your team name the next time you play, which our quiz for season 54 is going to kick off in just a couple of days' time. So things are going to reset in a few days, and we'll start from scratch to find out how you all are going to do in season 54. As it stands right now for season 53, shout out to these top 10 teams currently tied in first place going into today. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and we drink and we know things. Very good showing for both of you. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks currently are in possession of the emoji crowns from last season. So tonight we're going to find out if you all can hold on to those crowns, or if one of these other teams or anyone else joining us here tonight are going to come in with the top score for the King's Cup. It's worth all the marbles tonight. We are so grateful that you all are joining us. And tonight we're going to be playing 6 rounds of trivia. So it's like a regular quiz, but just boosted up a little bit, a little more content for you all, a little bit more fun. We're going to have a great time here tonight. So grateful that you all are joining us here. So the way it's going to be structured this evening, there are 5 question and answer style rounds and 1 picture round. The question and answer rounds have 10 questions in them. The picture round has 10 images in it. Rather than the picture round coming at the end of the game, it's going to be at round 3 here tonight as a little bit of a palate cleanser for us all tonight. And we are going to be wrapping up the quiz with round number 6 being a double points round. It will be one of those odd one out style rounds. So you could earn up to 20 points in round number 6 this evening if you should get all of the points correct, or all of the answers correct, rather. I'll explain exactly how that round functions when we get to that point of the evening. Again, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. And for the last however many weeks, it's been 12-ish weeks of season 53. I'm just so grateful to have all of you here and that you've all played with us for these past seasons. Tonight, we do have 2 rules for the game. Our first rule and most important rule, as always, there's no cheating in trivia, especially at the King's Cup. I mean, always, truly always, but it really doesn't mean anything if you win those emoji crowns and you looked up the answers this evening. So kindly refrain from doing so. Let's play fairly here tonight. Rule number 2, you know what to do. Don't give away the answers in the chat. As always, we love hearing from you all. Let's keep this game interactive. I like talking to you throughout, but kindly refrain from giving away the answers. As always, Peter is working behind the scenes here tonight. Thank you so much, Peter. He is going to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. We certainly do have some multiple choice questions this evening, and mostly short answer throughout the game. As always, do your best to spell things correctly, but don't sweat it if you make any minor errors. We got your back here tonight. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to go through too much of a spiel to get us set up here, because you all play with us all the time, which we are so grateful for again. So you know how it works. So there's no need for me to get too deep into things. One more time, congratulations to these top 10 teams from this season: the Rubber Yolks, Witty Walrus, Jackass Incorporated, Team 578, the Blue Shells, the Helsinki Syndrome, Pieced It Together, the Quizlamic State, We Drink and We Know Things, and 2 for the Drinks. two for the snacks. All right, tonight, it's all on the line. This was how you did this season. We're wiping it clean, starting from scratch here, and we're going to dive right on into our first round of the evening. Welcome, welcome, everybody, from We Might Know Stuff down to with quiz Mr. Squidward and every team in between. Very happy that you're joining us here tonight. Let's dive in to round number one. Round one this evening, it is in the category of taking notes. Have you been taking notes? It doesn't matter because all of these questions are brand new. So it wouldn't have helped you if you played this past season and took some notes. But in this round, notes is going to be your key word. So it will pop up either in the question or the answer of the round, or it's something related to note taking. Let's do it. Best of luck, everybody. Here we go. The King's Cup, season 53, round one, question one. The term C note is a slang monetary term for what unit of money? Name that monetary unit. Coming from the Latin word centum, it's a $100 bill. $100 is a C note. Hope you knew that one. I think it was a softball to start us off here this evening. $100 and 89% of you got that one right. Round one, question number two, fill in the blank. Billed as a high-end Android phablet, the blank note, a series of devices from Samsung, were discontinued in 2021. The phablet is no more. That product was the Samsung Galaxy Note. Galaxy, the word that fills in that blank for number two. Our third question of the King's Cup for half a point each. As played by Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, who are the main characters in the 2004 movie The Notebook, based on the 1996 Nicholas Sparks novel? Those characters from The Notebook, Rachel McAdams played Allie Calhoun, or pardon me, Allie Hamilton, nay Calhoun. Nope, opposite. Whoops. Noah Calhoun is his name. So she'd be Nay Hamilton. Allie Hamilton, Noah Calhoun. I hope you knew Allie and Noah are going to get you points for that one. Noah proving to be just a little bit harder than Allie for question number 3. Here's question 4. Tackling issues of race in America and Europe is what collection of 10 essays by James Baldwin, which were published in 1955? That collection of 10 essays by James Baldwin is better known as Notes of a Native Son. Notes of a Native Son, your correct response for number 4. Our 5th question in taking notes, round number 1 of the King's Cup. Here we go. A standard piano has 88 keys. The highest note that one can play is a C, while what is the lowest note? We have a high C and a low A. A is the lowest note on an 88 key piano. How'd you do on that one? I think that one is a little bit tricky, but maybe you have a musician on your team helping you out. Let's see. What are our scores looking like? We're halfway through this first round. 5 more questions to go in note taking. Here's question number 6. First, so 40% of you got that one right. Tough one. Whose private notes and journals were famously written in mirrored script, starting at the right side of the page and moving to the left? While most are on display at museums, Bill Gates paid over $30 million in 1994 for one collection of these notes. That person whose notes and journals were written in mirrored script that Bill Gates spent so much money on is Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci's notebooks written backwards. Hope you knew that one. Our 7th question in round number 1, drafted in 2000. What NFL player had the following notes about them leading up to the 6th round selection of this player? Here they are. Skinny, lacks a really strong arm, system type player who can get exposed if forced to ad lib, and can't drive the ball down the field. Name that player. A sixth round pick with some harsh notes about him. Star of 80 for Brady. It's Tom Brady, who apparently is pursuing a career in stand-up comedy. Maybe. How'd you do? 93% of you all got that one right. Being the King's Cup, that's as close, I think, as we're going to get to a social. Question number 8. What 2023 Oscar nominee starred as Sheba Hart in the 2006 movie Notes on a Scandal? Two Oscar nominees this year are in Notes on a Scandal. One, Bill Nighy is in this movie, but playing the character Sheba Hart is Lydia Tarr herself, Kate Blanchett. Your correct response for number 8. 80 for Brady, a top contender for next year's Best Picture. I like it. Anyone taking bets right now? A perfect movie for what it was, says Avis and Bobo. I haven't seen it. I love everybody who stars in it, so I bet I would enjoy it to a degree. 53% of you all got number 8 right. 2 more questions in this round. Here's number 9. Note to self is the closing track on a 2014 album called 2014 Forest Hills Drive by what rapper that attended St. John's University and was the first artist signed to Jay-Z's Rock Nation? Got an answer for you all for number 9. That rapper is J. Cole. Your correct response. Our final question in our first round of the evening. Reminder, there are 6 rounds tonight. Here's number 10. Notes from Underground is a novella written in 1864 by what existentialist author? The novella presents itself as the memoirs of an isolated, unnamed narrator who is a retired civil servant living in St. Petersburg. Notes from Underground is a novella written by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Your correct response for number 10. That brings us to the end of our first round of the night. Hope you're having fun thus far. 51% of you all got Dostoevsky right. One round into the quiz, we've got a tie in 8th place with 8 points. The Book Club, Fancy J&J, JD Kim Jong Kardashian, The Helsinki Syndrome, and The Blue Shells tied in 5th with 9 points. We Drink and We Know Things, The Greater Good, and the Quizlamic State. And tied in the lead right now, these 4 teams have perfect scores thus far, 10 for 10. Good trivia team name, Witty Walrus, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. This trivia is no joke. Do not worry, not every single round is going to be as difficult, perhaps, as this first round. It's going to be a roller coaster ride because, as always, we're going to switch up what we're talking about in every single round this evening. Round 2 tonight, we're diving right in. It's a wordplay round. Specifically, your category is before and after shared names. Let's do it. A before and after round, everyone. Here's how it's going to work. Each question will describe 2 people. The last name of the first person described will be the first name of the second person described. Each correct answer must have both people's first and last names. Here's an example for you all that is worth 0 points. If I were perhaps to say the singer of Super Freak and Agent 007, what would your answer be? The singer of Super Freak, Rick James, 007, James Bond. So your answer here is Rick James Bond. Got it? So you don't have to put James twice. We know that that is a name they share in common. So just put it once. And a reminder, we're looking for the people's first and last names in order for you to get a point. Because number 1 was an example, there will be 11 questions in this round. Here we go. Round 2. Question number 2, worth a point. Actor whose TV roles include NYPD Detective Kevin Barnard and sitcom patriarch Dre Johnson, and news correspondent and son of Gloria Vanderbilt. Your correct answer for number 2 is Anthony Anderson Cooper. We've got Anthony Anderson and Anderson Cooper giving us Anthony Anderson Cooper. Hope you got that one. That was the first one, worth a point in this round. Moving on to question number 3. Space traveling comic strip character created by Alex Raymond in 1934 and played on film by Sam J. Jones in 1980. And Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 2007 through 2010. Love, we've got this chat bot over here, and teams just offering up their social security numbers. Get in line, everybody, because Mr. Elroy Jetson is going to be first here tonight. Your answer for number 3, we were looking for Flash Gordon Brown. Flash Gordon Brown, a tough one. Hope you got it. Part of it maybe you figured out. The beautiful thing about this is if you can get one of them, hopefully it leads you to the other. Let's see how you do on number 4. Korean actor who played Jin Soo Kwon on the TV series Lost, and German singer who collaborated with Sam Smith on the 2022 hit Unholy. We've got Daniel Day Kim Petrus. Daniel Day Kim and Kim Petrus come together for your answer for number 4. Our 5th question in round 2. Stage actress who originated the roles of Peter Pan in 1954 and Maria von Trapp in 1959, and an actor who played professional body double John in the 2003 movie Love Actually. For question number 5, Mary Martin comes together with Martin Freeman to form Mary Martin Freeman. Your correct response for number 5. Our 6th question in this round, a British chemist born in 1920 whose contributions to the discovery of the structure of DNA were largely unrecognized during her life, and U.S. politician who represented New Hampshire in both houses of Congress before becoming president. That discoverer of the DNA structure and that president of the US come together to form Rosalind Franklin Pierce. Rosalind Franklin Pierce, your correct response. Question number 7, singer born Eunice Kathleen Wayman, whose most famous songs include To Be Young, Gifted, and Black and Ain't Got No, I Got Life. And French philosopher born in 1908, who wrote the foundational feminist treatise, The Second Sex. You may also know this singer for songs like Feeling Good and Sinnerman. Nina Simone meets Simone de Beauvoir. Nina Simone de Beauvoir, your correct response for question number 7. 60% of you all got that one right. Just a few more to go here. Here's number 8 out of 11. Olympic sprinter who raised his fist in protest on the medal podium alongside fellow American Tommy Smith at the 1968 Summer Olympics, and Mexican business magnate who was ranked as the richest person in the world by Forbes magazine from 2010 through 2013. Standing beside Tommy Smith at the Olympics was John Carlos, and that wealthy owner of the conglomerate Grupo Carso is Carlos Slim. John Carlos Slim, your correct response for number 8. Here is number 9. Abstract expressionist painter born in 1930, who may be best known for his depictions of the American flag, and entrepreneur and philanthropist born in 1795, who may be best known for having a private research university in Baltimore named after him. Your correct answer for number 9, actually was partially my hint of the night on Instagram. If you all follow me at Trivia Meredith, you would have known at some point this evening Jasper Johns was going to come up. And hopefully you put together that the other part of this is Johns Hopkins. Jasper Johns Hopkins. 85% of you pulled that one off. I hope my hint helped you out. Two more questions in this before and after shared names round. Let's do it. Question number 10. Stage name of Yorgos Kyriakos Panayotou, who performed alongside Andrew Ridgeley in a famous pop duo in the 1980s, and American fashion designer who started a namesake fashion brand in 1981 that would change its name to Capri Holdings Limited in 2019. You may know Yorgos Kyriakos Panayotou better as George Michael, and owner of Capri Holdings is Michael Kors. We have George Michael Kors as your correct response for number 10. If before and afters aren't your jam, do not fret. We've got just one more left to go in this round. Wham! Here's number 11. Named party in a 1966 Supreme Court case against the state of Arizona regarding constitutional criminal procedure, and devilish character in a 2003 best-selling novel by Lauren Weisberger. The origin of Miranda rights, his first name, Ernesto Miranda, and that devilish character, Miranda Priestley, from The Devil Wears Prada, or Miranda Princhek. Ernesto Miranda Priestley is what we had in mind for number 11. Incredibly difficult question with just 15% of you getting that one correct. I think it deserves one of these. Love to use that Debbie Downer when I can. But don't worry, everybody. If you didn't get it, most people didn't. And if you did, wow, impressive. We are through this round. We're leaving it in the past and moving on to something completely different momentarily here. Let's check in with our top few teams. We've got a tie in fifth with 17. The Quislamic State and the Helsinki Syndrome tied in second with 18. Witty Walrus, We Drink and We Know Things, and The Greater Good, The Greater Good. And in the lead right now with 19 points. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Well done. No perfect scores thus far. I like to see it. Glad we're challenging you all a little bit with the King's Cup this evening. Let's move on to round number 3, which, as I mentioned earlier, it is time for the picture round, which tonight is in the category of Steven Spielberg. You can tell right away that with this one, it has happened. You've been Spielberged. We are unofficially retiring being Spielberged with this round here tonight. But should it come up organically in the future, you certainly will be Spielberged again. In this round here this evening, you're going to be seeing 10 images that are stills from Steven Spielberg movies. And all of the images take place around tables where people are eating and drinking. It is your job to name the Steven Spielberg movie that you see depicted in each of the images. We're going to give you 5 minutes to work on this round. All 10 images will be displayed right there next to each other on your answer sheet. They will be displayed up here as well as part of the Twitch stream. Make sure you put your responses in the correct order. And then we'll check in and see how you did on the picture round at the end of your 5 minutes. Good luck, everybody. Please name these Steven Spielberg movies. Oh, hey, everybody. It's me down here in this tiny little square, rectangle. I hope it's going well for you all in this Steven Spielberg round. Reminder, we are looking for the name of the movie that was directed by Steven Spielberg. Be specific with your responses, please. And you've got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Good luck. It's getting close, everybody. Make sure you keep an eye out for that countdown timer. If you have any blanks left on your answer sheet, feel free to place a guess for what any of these movies might be. And make sure you click the button that says submit answers. Good luck. Chris, that's amazing. Desmond knew three of them. Great job, Desmond. Very impressive. Helsinki, we're happy to explore reformatting of the images here, but also let us know earlier, and we do have other ways for you to access the images during the round so that we don't have that difficulty. So just let us know in the chat if you're ever having any trouble, and we're here to help during the round rather than after the fact. Image number one, let's see how you all did. That is The Color Purple. Image number two is Jaws. Image number three is Hook. Image number four is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Image number five is Empire of the Sun. Image number six is Bridge of Spies. Number seven, Jurassic Park. Number eight is Munich. Image number 9 is E.T. and image number 10 is Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Once again, for good measure, everybody. And sayonara, thank you so much for a great season 53 to Steven Spielberg. We appreciate you. It's been fun having Spielberg as our themer for this season. I hope the picture round went well for you all. Let's check in with just our top couple teams here. Tied in fifth with 26, The Greater Good, and the Helsinki Syndrome. And tied for the lead with 27, Witty Walrus, We Drink and We Know Things, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, and the Quizlamic State. Things have evened up here quite a bit. Let's dive into our fourth round of the night, which this evening is in the category of The Last of Gus. Gus, your keyword. In this round, it will pop up either in the question or the answer or both. The Last of Gus. Round 4, question 1. In a 1991 film from director Gus Van Sant, characters played by Keanu Reeves and River Phoenix travel to what titular state, nicknamed the Gem State? That Gus Van Sant movie is called My Own Private Idaho. Idaho, your correct response for number 1. And just as we retire being Spielberged in season 54, I would like to introduce you to a new theme that will be popping up in the quiz at least once a week. For the first time ever, you have been Keanu'd. It has happened. One more time, just because that was fun. You've been Keanu'd. All right, it's happening. Keanu Reeves, in some way, shape, or form, is going to pop up in this next season. Send Keanu'ds. I cannot do that. Maybe ask Keanu. Our second question in The Last of Gus. What is the last name of Giancarlo Esposito's character Gus from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? That Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad character is Gus Fring. Fring, your correct response for number 2. Question number 3. Gus Edwards was drafted in 2018 by what NFL team that is currently in the AFC North Division and was established in 1996? Gus Edwards drafted in 2018 to the Baltimore Ravens is your correct response for number 3. Question number 4. Fill in the blank. Artist Gustav Klimt, known for his work The Kiss, was part of a movement called the Blank Secession, in which a group of artists protested the association of Austrian artists' traditional style. If you didn't know the name of the movement, hopefully the Association of Austrian Artists tipped you in the right direction. It's called the Vienna Secession. Vienna, your correct response for number 4. I suspect may have been a tricky one for many of you. How'd you do? 38% got it right. It was tough, but not 15%. So you're hanging in there. Question number 5. What is the last name of NASA engineer and pilot Gus, who in 1961 became the second American to fly in space? The second American to fly in space is Gus Grissom is your correct response. Grissom. On to our 6th question in The Last of Gus. Gus Van Sant directed 8 episodes of what Ryan Murphy miniseries about the contentious relationship between Betty Davis and Joan Crawford? Leave it to Trivia Man to bring this round all together. We were talking about Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston played Gus Grissom in That Thing You Do. I had no idea. I love that movie. It makes me want to watch it again. That's so cool. Okay, everybody, how'd you do on this one? That Ryan Murphy series that Gus Van Sant directed 8 episodes of is called Feud. Feud, your correct response for number 6. Question number 7, fill in the blank. Please complete the lyrics to this song by the Massachusetts based alternative rock band Guster. You're my blank. You're riding with me tonight. That song by Guster goes like this. You're my satellite. Satellite, the name of the song and the word filling in that blank. Hope you knew it. We've got 3 more questions in round number 4. Here's number 8. Oh, that was tough. 32% of you got it. Number 8, Disney's animated Cinderella features a mouse named Gus Gus, whose actual formal name is what? Another name for Roman Emperor Caesar Augustus. An excellent hint from Trivia Peter. Don't put Augustus. That's not going to be the answer. It's right there in the question. Glad you're taking things personally, K Boom. Trivia is personal. Your answer here for number 8, Gus Gus. You may know him better as Octavian. Apparently, Gus Gus's actual name. Hope you knew that that is also a name for Caesar Augustus. Octavian. 2 more questions in this round. Here's number 9, Robin Williams won his first Oscar for playing therapist Dr. Sean McGuire in Gus Van Sant's Good Will Hunting, and he was nominated 3 other times in the Best Actor category for The Fisher King, Dead Poets Society, and what 1988 film? Robin Williams won an Oscar for Good Will Hunting, was also nominated for the Fisher King Dead Poet Society, and Good Morning Vietnam is your correct answer for number 9. And that brings us to our final question in round number 4. What comic book limited series turned Netflix series is about a hybrid named Gus surviving after the Great Crumble? That comic book limited series has a second season coming, and all those kids are going to be so much older than they were in the first season. It is called Sweet Tooth. The Sweet Tooth, your correct response for number 10. That brings us to the end of The Last of Gus. That was, in fact, The Last of Gus. Hope it's going well out there. We do have 2 rounds left to go this evening. A friendly reminder that the final round is worth double points. So if things are looking like medium good for you all right now, don't worry. Things could truly turn around in these next couple of rounds. A very warm shout out to all of the teams who are playing with us here tonight. Looking down here, and the teams who have a few points are on the board. Welcome and hello to Solo Quizzer, Ariana Honde, my quiz with Mr. Squidward. Thank you all so much for being here. Checking in with middle of the pack teams here. You're still in the fight with 25 points. Alfredo's parents and Team Cockroach, rather, you have 23 points in 25th place. In 21st with 24 points, Jive Turkeys, McClunky, The Answerers, and JD Kim Jong Kardashian. Hi, thank you so much for being here. We do have a tie still for the top spot with 37 points each. We drink and we know things, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It is appropriate. Those 2 teams battling it out going into tonight, the co-leads of our regular season play. Let's see how you all do in these final 2 rounds of the evening. Thanks again for joining us. Round number 5 tonight is in the category of new name, same place. New name, same place. It's a geography round, everyone. Let's do it. Round 5, question 1. Democratic Kampuchea was one of the former names of this country that is bordered by Thailand to the northwest, Laos to the north, and Vietnam to the east. Two teams at least in deep fear of a geography round. Let's see how you all do. Time will tell. Democratic Kampuchea, the former name of Cambodia, is your correct answer for number 1. If it's not your strong suit, a round like this is a great opportunity to learn a little something. I feel personally like now I know Democratic Kampuchea, Cambodia. Question 2, Astana, the capital of what country, holds the Guinness World Record for the city with the most name changes. In 2019, it was announced that this country's capital would be renamed Nur Sultan, only to be changed back to Astana in September 2022. The city with the most name changes. Astana is the capital of Kazakhstan, is your correct answer for number two. Our third question in this new name, same place round. In 1950, the city of Hot Springs in what US state officially changed its name to Truth or Consequences as part of a contest held by the NBC radio quiz show of the same name? Name that US state. Hit up the Grand Canyon, head on over to Albuquerque, then go to Truth or Consequences in New Mexico, is your correct answer for number three. Question number four for half a point each. While under British rule, Northern Rhodesia and Southern Rhodesia were the names of what two modern day countries located in southern Africa? These two countries' current names start with the same letter. Half a point each. Name those countries. Northern Rhodesia and Southern Rhodesia today are known as Zambia and Zimbabwe are your correct responses for number four. Once again, those were half a point each. How'd you do? 66% got Zimbabwe and 62% got Zambia. On to our fifth question in this round. Established by Mormon settlers as Fort Utah, what city in Utah was named after a French Canadian trapper and is perhaps best known as the home of Brigham Young University? Brigham Young University, located in Provo, Utah. Your correct response for number five. Question number six. With the capital of Paramaribo, what country was formerly known as Dutch Guiana? This country of over 600,000 people is one of the least densely populated countries in the world, just slightly more densely populated than Iceland. Once known as Dutch Guiana, Paramaribo, the capital city of Suriname is your correct answer. Suriname. We have four more questions. New name, same place. Question 7. In April 2022, what US city changed the name of one of its traffic circles from Lee Circle to Harmony Circle? Formerly the site of a statue to Confederate General Robert E. Lee, it is located at the intersection of Howard Avenue and St. Charles Avenue, along which the historic St. Charles streetcar line runs. Name that city. Now known as Harmony Circle, you can find this circle along the St. Charles streetcar line in New Orleans, Louisiana. Your correct response for number 7. Question number 8. The city of Chennai in India had what former name until 1996? The former city name lends its name to a lightweight cotton fabric with a hand woven texture and typically tartan design. Week to week here, I continue to be impressed with what you all know in terms of things that come up in the trivia quiz. You have incredibly well rounded teams with deep knowledge. And I know the King's Cup is a place we come for a little deeper knowledge to find out who the top team is of this season. Hopefully, you all knew Madras is the fabric and the city name for number 8. We've got 2 more questions in this round. Then we're moving into our final round of the King's Cup number 23, which is going to be that double points round. Here's number 9. The small town of Caney Creek in Kentucky changed its name to Pippa Passes, Kentucky in the early 20th century for the 1841 verse drama Pippa Passes, which was written by what poet? He was buried in Poets' Corner in Westminster Abbey, while his wife, a very successful poet herself, was buried in Italy, where the two spent most of their lives together. Name that poet. Pippa Passes, a verse drama by poet Robert Browning, is your correct response for number 9. Our final question in this round. Those non geography fans out there, it's almost over. Let's do it. Number 10. In 2021, New York City officially renamed Railroad Park in Queens after what journalist who was born in Jamaica, Queens? Passing away in 2016, she was the first Black woman to host a nationally televised U.S. public affairs program with Washington Week in Review and also co anchored PBS NewsHour. Name that person. I know my parents are big fans of hers. I hope you got it right. Your answer is Gwen Eiffel. Gwen Eiffel Park in Jamaica, Queens. I'll have to go check it out. Gwen Eiffel Park. That does bring us to the end of round number 5. There's one round left this evening. Before we get into our next round and check in with our standings here, I do want to say once again, thank you all so much for playing with us here tonight. It means so much to me and to Peter and Cullen and the rest of NYC Trivia League that you all have continued to keep this virtual quiz alive and thriving. I really enjoy hosting for you all twice a week, and I hope that you continue to play with us in the coming months. Once again, our next season is going to get started on Wednesday. And also, I do want to say thank you for agreeing to the buy-in here this evening. I know it's a little bit different than what we do on a weekly basis. So thank you for participating in this season's King's Cup. I hope you're having fun and being challenged here this evening. Let's check in with our top teams as we head into the final round, which again is a double points round tonight. In 9th place going into the finals with 38.5 points. Why Not Zoidberg? In 8th with 39, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich, 2000. Tied in 6th with 41, Good Trivia Team Name and the Helsinki Syndrome. Tied in 5th with, all on their own, in 5th with 42, The Greater Good. The Greater Good. In 4th with 43, Witty Walrus. In 3rd place with 45, the Quizlamic State. And tied in the lead with 47 points apiece, We Drink and We Know Things, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. This final round, things could change quite a bit, being that everything is worth double points. And as always, we will close out the quiz with a tiebreaker question. So should we have a tie for first at the end of the night, we will be able to find out who, in fact, are the winners of season 53 of our virtual King's Cup. Let's dive in to round number 6, which tonight is in the category of Odd One Out. We've played these before. Here's how this round is going to work. For each question, you are going to have 3 multiple choice options. 2 of those multiple choice options are correct. You can guess up to 2 answers for each of the questions. If you guess 2 and both of them are right, you can get 2 points. If you guess 2, but one of them is wrong, you'll get 0 points. So be careful or wager big and guess. It's up to you how you want to play this round. Let's say you're not sure and you want to guess on one of them. you're welcome to do that and leave another one blank. So you can guess just one if you would like, and you would get 1 point if you get a correct answer. Also, if you want to leave both of them blank because you're not sure, that works as well, and you'd simply get a 0 for the question. Also, in the event that you want to change one of your two answers, you can unselect the one that you want to change and then select a new answer. So, to review once again, you can choose two options for each of the answers. If you get one of the two wrong, you'll get 0 points. You can also choose one option to get 1 point if you get it right. That's basically it. It's going to be nice and clear as we move through the round. And if you want to review, Peter did put the rules in the chat, so they are there for you. A double points round, everybody. Our final round of the night, round 6, question number 1. Which two of these movies feature LeBron James as an actor? You got 3 options there. You can choose 2 for 2 points, 1 for 1 point. If you choose 2 but get one of them wrong, you'll get a 0. I've got an answer for you all. LeBron James featured in Trainwreck. He was Bill Hader's friend. House Party. They crash a party at his house. He's not in Hustle. Hustle, he is a producer for, but did not appear in that Adam Sandler basketball movie. How'd you do on number 1? Quite well. A few of you getting tricked by Hustle, but 81% of you all went with Trainwreck. So that is a good sign there. Also, looking at the chat here, Helsinki, that makes me so happy to hear that the game continues to connect your team who are in 4 states. 4 states of matter, perhaps, as K-Boom is suggesting there. On to our second question in this final round. Which of these schools holds the top 2 spots for the most wins in the NCAA March Madness Basketball Championships? We are looking for the winners of the finals in the March Madness of Basketball Championships, 2 with the most wins for the championship. Your correct answers here. Winning 11 March Madness championships, UCLA holds the top spot. Kentucky comes in number 2 with 8 wins. North Carolina is third with 6. And if you were looking for Duke or Indiana, they both have 5 wins in the March Madness Championship. It was a tough one, but several teams here looked like you got both of them correct. Our third question in this round, the movie Glass Onion, A Knives Out Story, was the final film appearance of which 2 of the following people? Glass Onion featured the final film performances of Angela Lansbury and Stephen Sondheim. Christopher Plummer appeared in the first Knives Out movie, but it was not his final performance, and it was not Glass Onion that he was in. Question number 4: which two of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have bandana colors that have the highest frequency on the visual light spectrum? The lowest frequency on the visual light spectrum is red, while the highest is violet, which means that Donatello and Leonardo are your correct answers here, representing purple and blue in terms of their character colors. Hope you knew it. You did quite well there. Just a few teams thrown off by Michelangelo in the mix. Question number 5: which two of these publications were established before 1860? Established in the year 1801, with the earliest first publication date is the New York Post, followed by in 1851 the New York Times, which means that the odd one out in this round is the Wall Street Journal. New York Times and New York Post are going to get you points for question number 5. Reminder: if you don't know, feel free to guess just one of them or even none of them if you want to come out definitely safe for the question. If you guess 2 and one of them's wrong, you're going to get 0 points for the question. Here's number 6: which two of these animals are represented in the Chinese zodiac? The Chinese zodiac does feature a horse and a dog. There is no cat In the Chinese zodiac, cat is the odd one out in this round. Question number 7. According to the lyrics of the song A B C D E F U by Gail, which two of the following can F off? K Mars, absolutely. Yes, on the Vietnamese astrological symbols, the rabbit is replaced by a cat. Yeah, and maybe other countries as well. Your answer here for number 7, we've got you and your mom and your sister and your job. Really, it's everybody but your dog. Your dog cannot F off. We love a dog. We'll hopefully get a visit from our dog a little bit later here. Question number 8. Which two of the following beers are produced by breweries that are currently owned by Anheuser-Busch? There was a Super Bowl commercial this year that maybe would tip you off if you didn't already know the answer here. It pretends to be a Coors Light commercial and in the end is a Blue Moon commercial, which shows you that Blue Moon is a Coors beer, not an Anheuser-Busch beer. Anheuser-Busch does own competitor Shock Top of Blue Moon. So Hogarden and Stella Artois are both Anheuser-Busch beers. 2 more questions in this round, and then we do have a tiebreaker question to close out the game no matter what. Here's number 9. Which two of the following Major League Baseball teams are the most recent unique teams to have a pitcher throw a no-hitter? What we're looking for this one, the 2 most recent teams to pitch a no-hitter in a game. Could have been the first time, could have been the millionth time. The most recent teams, unique teams. The most unique recent teams to pitch a no-hitter. The first, it happened in November 2022 and June 2022. The Astros hold the top two spots. And then the next, the Angels in May of 2022. The Mets also pitched a no-hitter in 2022, but that one happened in April. It was close. Most of you knew the Astros, a tough one here. Our final question of this round, and then we've got the tiebreaker to close out the game. Here it is. Everything Everywhere All at Once directors Daniel Scheinert and Daniel Kwan got their start directing music videos, including videos for which two of the following artists? Before directing Everything Everywhere All at Once and Swiss Army Man, the Daniels directed Turn Down for What, which is by DJ Snake featuring Lil Jon. They also directed a music video called for a song called Rise of the Phoenix, which is by Tenacious D. So LMFAO is going to be the odd one out for question number 10, which brings us to our final question of the evening. Your tiebreaker question. As always, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal in placing your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, meaning you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you're part of a tie this evening, whoever's closest is going to break that tie. Here's the question. Give us your best guess. In United States dollars, how much money did the 2015 Judd Apatow movie Trainwreck earn at the domestic box office? Starring Amy Schumer, LeBron James, and Bill Hader, that movie Trainwreck made $110,212,700 at the US box office. Hope things went well for you all with the tiebreaker. If you are part of a tie and your team ended up in the top 15 or so for the King's Cup here this evening, we will post the results on our Instagram tomorrow at NYC Trivia League, so you all can see what ended up happening with the ties tonight. Again, it has been such a joy hosting for you all this evening and this entire season 53. I hope you've had a great time tonight and throughout the season. And we will be back on Wednesday for our next quiz. You can find us right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Hope to see you very much then. Let's check in with our final standings of the evening. Coming in a tie for, well, actually all on their own. In 18th place, with 44.5 points, Beer Naked Ladies. Tied in 16th with 45, The Book Club and the Blue Shells. In 15th place with 46, The Rubber Yolks. In 14th with 49, The Babadook. Tied in 12th with 50.5 points, Avis and Bobo and Why Not Zoidberg. Tied in 10th with 51, The Jazz Banjos and Jackash Incorporated. In 9th with 52 points, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. In 8th with 54 points, Pieced It Together. In 7th with 58, The Greater Good. Tied in 5th with 59, Good Trivia Team Name and the Helsinki Syndrome. In 4th place tonight with 60 out of a possible 70 points, the Quizlamic State. In 3rd with 61, Witty Walrus. In 2nd place with 63, We Drink and We Know Things. And our winners of the King's Cup number 23, celebrating season 53 of NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. For the 2nd season in a row, congratulations. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Very well played. I hope you all had a great time tonight. Once again, love hosting for you all. I have been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Huge thank you to Peter for keeping this game running smoothly behind the scenes tonight. Love you so much. You're the best. You all are the best as well. Thank you, teams. Thank you to Cullen for making this quiz possible. Thank you to Murr for creating the software that you all played the quiz on tonight. And keep an eye out, 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. You're going to be getting some crowns on your team name when you join us next time. Until then, be well, everybody. And thanks again for joining us tonight. Good night, everyone.